Right, so it's not a bad day here today in New Zealand, but the reason we're here at ST Hi-Tec is to check out the fastest GDR this side of the ditch. There he is.
Oh, how are you, mate? How's it going, mate?
Good, good.
Good to see you.
All right, so pretty cool spot you got here. That workshop looks awesome. Give us a look around. What do you got going on?
Over here we have a few trophies and some of our parts, merch and things like that.
This looks pretty impressive. What's this all about?
Oh, yeah, so this is my good mate Andrew. So we got GDR of the year with King Kong. So pretty proud of that one.
Nice.
Then over here we got Time Attack. Some of the stuff from way back in the days, going back 21 years. Some of the stuff that the brand has achieved during that time.
What was that auto salon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that'll be amazing, eh?
Yeah.
And then we got our block brace over here, some 26 R35 conversion packs here for the coils. Yeah. Some of our cars that we've built on magazines. So this car was a pretty impressive car. This does 107 around Hampton Downs. I won the New Zealand Time Attack in it. So at the time it was 2016, it was even to today's standards, it's still a very impressive car. Another one over here, Extreme. That was 6-7 years ago as well. Another cool car. Here we have the same car again. It's the Time Attack version of it with all the graphics off it, but it's won a lot of events, that car. Very impressive car.
Oh, well, let's have a look around.
Yeah,
the
come and have a
workshop.
look. Have a look, guys.
Well, obviously, this is here and what we wanted to come and check out, but give us a look around some of the other stuff and we'll come back to this at the end.
So we'll just do a little loop. So this is really our motorsports department, but we have Kevin there. He's our #1 technician here, so he's a man of many talents. Yep. He does pretty much everything on this car as well. Okay. And over here we've got the dyno room. Oh, some big projects here.
Yep, bit of a Time Attack build.
In the making, yep. Yep. The dyno room. So we run the mainline 4600 Pro Hub. Consider it to be state of the art. I think it's the only one in New Zealand too of this model. Okay, it's a pretty cool dyno room too. Yeah,
nice and big, yeah.
Soundproofed it, got good lighting in it. The ducting system's really good in it. Sucks out all the ethanol and methanols that we use. And we've got soundproof doors on the front. Nice. But Jackie will run you through all that side of it, the tuning side of it. And then over here we've got, this is the young apprentice's car here. Okay. So he's doing all his own work on that, which is a very cool car for an apprentice to own. Oh, 100%, yeah. When this is finished, it'll be worth huge money. Then we've got the old Dodge over here, twin turbo big block. And is this something you've built or just No, this is just a tune-in, just running through it to solve all the problems which it's having at the moment. So it's just got the radiator out. We're trying to find a new radiator for it at the moment. Yeah, we're just getting it ready for sale. So it's a nice, reliable car for the new owner, whoever buys it. Nice. And so what do you do? Like over here, this is fabrication? Fabrication over here. So we've got a welding, we've got a welding room there. Everybody's just run away, as you can see, because nobody's wants to get on camera at the moment. Today, yeah. But yeah, so a welding room here. Yep. Fabrication through here, where we start doing all the cutting, all the messy stuff, lathe and things like that. So all the fabrication goes on here, all of the background of the business. And then we've got just cars getting built. That's one of our other staff's car over here. Okay. This is waiting on an engine build. Mitzi, cert stuff, conversion, manual conversion here, LS conversion up there, wide body 34 over there. There's a lot of different things happening here, a lot of different things. Tell me all about this car. What's the deal? I mean, it's obviously not a road-going GDR because there's a lot of framework and so forth in the front, but what's the story with this car from when you got it to now? So basically I brought it to go faster than my old Time Attack car. It's 400 kgs lighter or 300 kgs lighter than an R35. And the beauty of it is that it's 100% New Zealand made, so that's the difference. And to me, that's a very special thing to be basically made in New Zealand. And when you say that, you're saying chassis as well? Yep. Chassis is a Dodson chassis GT1 car, so it's a GT1 spec circuit car. The whole roof is the whole chassis on it's carbon, the whole shell. So if you go over here, you can. Yeah, wow. It's pretty much all carbon. So it's a little bit lighter. And what does a car weigh? The car weighs 1,300 kgs without me in it. So with me in it, about 1,406 kgs. Yeah, wow. And so I guess what's the story with the mechanical part of the car and what's the history and what's it run? So currently, 2 years ago, we ran a 7.4 at 180 mile an hour. We were running a Garrett GDX 55 on it back then. So we run a billet block in it as well. We've just, because it's drag season's over now, we've actually getting the billet block rebuilt because it's been 3 seasons. So we just got a little make-do engine in here now that we ran at GDR Festival.
And as far as GDR Festival, I mean, so that was not too long ago.
So we just had GDR Festival, so we thought in a week we'll put our spare motor in and put some water into it, put a radiator on it, and then retune it, and then go around and do some laps around Hampton Downs. So
yeah, okay, cool. It'll be fairly wild around the track.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild week trying to make the deadlines to get it to the event, but it was well worth seeing the car on the track and taking passengers out for some laps, you know.
As far as power and so forth, like what's it made with the other engine and this engine?
So the billet block, we make about 1,700 kilowatts at the wheels on the main line.
Yep, I like how casually you say that. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, we changed from the Garrett. The Garrett would make about 1,300 kilowatts.
Yep.
The Garrett ran the 7.4 at 180, and then we've gone to the Precision upgrade. We've made a hell of a lot more power, but we've had to go back to the start on the way it puts the power to the ground. It's just so much more torque and so much more power has just created a lot of problems for us, you know.
Yeah, okay.
We hope to get them all ironed out by next season, but yeah, we're keen to try and run a 6-second pass in this car. It's fully capable of it. We've run a 197 mile an hour. We've never run full boost into it because we're having too many teething issues at the moment. Done the 1.160 foots, but we just found it would damage stuff, break stuff. We've gone away from doing a burnout now. We just use a tyre warmer and we're quite happy with the 1.2s for now. And when the timing is right, we will increase the power on it and drop that 60 foot back.
And what does it feel like to drive a car that's got that much power?
That much power. It is a battle with a beast in my eyes, you know what I mean? It's like I'm basically battling a beast. Because it's made in New Zealand, we couldn't say it's a Godzilla because it didn't come from Japan. So we've come up with the name of King Kong for it. So the King Kong is another beast that can fight Godzilla on a day, and on a good day it might win.
Yeah, okay.
So that's the way we see it. But yeah, an extremely aggressive car to drive. When the power comes on, third gear I get full power. Everything till then is restricted at like 30%, but when it comes on then it's an honor to drive it. It's an honor to pedal it. It's an honor to wrestle with the beast, you know?
Yeah, and it's a car that probably deserves a bit of respect as well, because if you don't, then
yes,
yeah, it could go pear-shaped pretty quickly, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. There's a few close calls that I have had in it where I've nearly gone into the walls, but it's all part of it, eh?
And I heard a story that you had a little bit of a crazy incident in the dyno room.
Oh, the dyno room incident, yeah. So to gain 161 kilowatts, we had to sacrifice a turbo, which I didn't mind. That was a good gain.
What's the most memorable moments you've had with this car? I mean, obviously it's gone through a few stages as well, yes. But...
The most memorable moment would be when we ran the 7.4. So that was June 2 years ago. So we had 1,300 kilowatts at the wheels. Everything was just smooth and aligned on that day. So it was in June. 2 years ago we ran that 7.4 on, you know, it's cold weather. So it was a great accomplishment at Merry Drag Strip. For me, that was the biggest thing this car's ever done, and in the motorsport scene, that's the biggest accomplishment for me is,
yep.
And for the shop to run a 7.4, you know, and the crews that were behind it were Dodson Motorsport. We had all the boys there, and then our whole crew from ST Hi-Tec, we combined forces, and we made some, you know, a great day to accomplish that 7.4 on that day and take out the Australasian record. So for me, that's a huge accomplishment. At the same time, it was 2 years ago, so for me, I want a hell of a lot more.
Ready for the next step.
Yeah, I'm like, the 7s is, to me, was a great achievement then, but I want 6s, and the 6s will hopefully come next season.
And I guess when you ran that 7.4, was that, did you have data logging telling you that, or did you have to wait until you got back and somebody handed you that?
No, I had to wait till the boys, because I just do the one pass, pull the chutes, turn it off, wait. And so I'm sitting there and I'm going, come on, please, please, please. It felt good. Because it felt real good.
Yep.
It felt real good. So I knew it was fast. I was waiting, and then the truck came down to pick me up, and the boys are out the window like this, and I'm going, we've done it, you know?
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
So I was really excited. Without the crew, nothing could even happen, because they're just a bunch of like hard-working guys which back me 100%. You know, it's amazing combination to see everybody on that day. All these people aligning for one common goal, to kick some ass. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of people forget that when you're building a car to this level, that it's not just a one-man band thing. It's always a group of passionate people that make it happen.
Yeah, I've got the easy part driving it. Great team, great people.
And I guess, you know, this is probably the flagship car for the business, and this is probably what's brought you a lot of other business in too, because people are seeing this and what it can do.
Pretty much. My old R35 was that car, and then Extreme was another car that we had, a white body R33 putting out crazy power back in the days. 6-speed sequential Hollander in it. But yeah, pretty much when this car runs good, yeah, we get a lot more customers in, you know.
And what's other than this, any other future projects for you in the pipeline?
For me, not really. This car here is not a cheap car to run. I could build 10 other cars out of this car. For me, all of my projects that I've done in the past of building a car here, a car there, they've all stopped when I've got this car. It's basically consuming a lot of money and time. Yeah, it's not easy to run a car of this level. And
I guess the other thing is too is the business itself. I mean, I visited ST Hi-Tec back in the day with the previous owner.
Yes.
What's the story there with the Suichi and how you became the owner of the business?
From as long as I can remember, Suichi's always been that go-to shop in New Zealand. As far as I'm concerned, in the Japanese JDM cars, he was the master, you know, especially well known for his GDRs. So pretty much all my life, he has tuned all my GDRs. I had Arnie as well, a good friend of mine. He introduced me to Suichi back 20 years ago. Suichi's tuned my cars, and Arnie's done a lot of work on my cars, so I pay respects to Arnie for introducing us so I could meet Suichi. An opportunity came up for me to buy the business and the brand. So since then, I've had to really level up to try and, you know, push the boundaries of GDRs and things that Suichi had done for years. And so there's been big changes with the shop, with the amount of power the cars are putting out these days. Like back then we get 400 kilowatts and we think, wow, that's a lot of power.
Yeah.
I was watching HKS cars back then running 0 to 300 in 17 seconds, and we thought, wow, that's amazingly fast. The times have changed, the technology's changed, and the cars today are just making huge power compared to how ST Hi-Tec started off. So it's an honor for me to push the brand further. And we have a super shop like this, and then to even take it to another step, we've combined basically with J-Tune as well. So we are 2 shops as one now. So it's quite a great collaboration between us.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously Jackie brings a wealth of knowledge from his background as well.
Yes, Jackie is in my eyes, one of the best tuners I've actually seen. And he amazes me at many times. There'll be times when we've got other people in here tuning, which are big guns in tuning, and then Jackie will come along, fly in and save the day. He's a very knowledgeable man.
As far as the business goes and people wanting to see more footage of this car, and where's the best place for people to check out footage of this?
So you'd go onto our Instagram page or our Facebook page. We've got a lot of stuff on there of our passes and our accomplishments. We're still chasing that 6. We still want to beat the Aussies as normal. I'm not really worried about the world anymore because they've gone off somewhere else with the R35s, but yeah, I'll just keep that rivalry between New Zealand and Australia, you know.
And I'm sure the Aussies like the competition too.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, awesome. Well, thanks so much, Ian.
Awesome.
And yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to seeing this thing run.